Hey, how's it going? So what kind of wood is Diggler going to play with today? I'm actually going to do something a little different today. I am going to make some CA glue accelerator because the other day it was Sunday and here in Nanaimo everything is pretty much closed for being able to get accelerator. So I decided to look it up and see what it would take to make my own. I figured, it's got to be pretty easy. So there's two ways to make it. One is using water and one is using isopropyl alcohol. Now the difference being water, it does adhere almost right away, but it still takes an hour to cure. Isopropyl alcohol, because it's alcohol, it evaporates fairly quickly. So when you do stick it together, it adheres really quick and sets the CA glue up really quick. Now there's a few things that you're going to need to get. A couple of the things you can get at a dollar store. Baking soda, you should be able to pick that up at your dollar store. You're going to need that. You're going to need some sort of a spray bottle. This is an old accelerator spray bottle, so I'm using that. I just took the label off so I know that it's my homemade stuff. Something else you can get at a dollar store is measuring cups, specifically ones that are in milliliters, because it's definitely easier than taking a guess between a third and a half a cup, I think it is. You're going to need something to mix it in. Plastic cups, dollar store. Stir sticks, it's pretty much, you can use whatever kind of stick you got laying around. You're going to need something to store it in when it's done. Set of measuring spoons, specifically a 1/4 teaspoon. That's really important. And you're going to need isopropyl alcohol. Now this, originally I had it in a plastic bottle which I threw out and put it in here. I was using it as a curing agent for my 3D printer, which I switched over to water washable. So with that being said, let's get mixing it up and then I can show you a demo of how well it works. So let's get busy. So I might not be able to teach this old dog new tricks, but at least I can show you how to make CA glue accelerator. Right, Maddie? Want to show them how to make accelerator? So here you're going to want to measure out 150 milliliters of isopropyl alcohol using the measuring cup. Now, I don't know how important it is to follow that exactly, but I did, and it seems to work really well. So I find myself using a lot of CA glue accelerator. So when I found this recipe, I was so thrilled and I thought, why not? Give it a try, and man, does it ever work well. Once you have it all measured up, what I did is I put the isopropyl alcohol into the bottle that I would store it in, rather than a plastic cup. It just kind of saves you a step, and I don't really know why I put it into the plastic cup in the first place, other than to make my life difficult by not using a funnel, as you can see. And again, that's something you'd want to pick up from the dollar store as well as a funnel. It would save a little bit of grief and a big mess potentially, especially if you're doing something crazy like pouring it over top of a table saw that has a fairly good cast iron top. Might not be such a good outcome. The next step is also fairly important. This is where you need the teaspoons. You're going to take a 1/4 teaspoon of your baking soda. You're going to put it into either the plastic cup that you're going to mix it in or the vial that you're going to store it in. Once you've got that in there, give it a good shake. And I mean, keep shaking. Let it sit for a while. It may settle out, it may not completely mix. Give it a good shake again, and then over a period of time, come back to it every once in a while, give it a shake. It will eventually mix, and over time it does go completely clear. Like, let it sit and it'll be crystal clear. So directly after mixing this, I poured it into the bottle, the little spray bottle that I have, and I did use it right away. I put the CA, of course, onto the one side that I'm going to glue, put the accelerator onto the other part, gave it a good spray, and you'll see how quickly it sets up and how well it holds right here. So this is a great demo for you. So I really hope that you found this video useful. If you did, do me a favor, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Also leave me a comment down below. Tell me if you've made this before or if you plan on making this. Diggler out.